Welcome to the Train Loot Only Challenge. The rules are simple. I can only use weapons from the train, and I must win the match. Now, even though I'm absolutely cracked at Fortnite, this one took a lot of attempts, so if you enjoy the video, be sure to hit that like button. I looted the chests and hacked the train and ended up with a respectable loadout. I grabbed some extra ammo and a bounty in the Reckless Railway Station. Getting off the train felt pretty weird because in all of my other train challenges, I was forced to stay on the train. I reboarded and waited for the hackable chest to pop. Unfortunately, I preferred the loot I already had, so I wasn't able to upgrade my weapons, but I was able to get full shields. I decided to stay on the train until the chest refreshed. I was really hoping to get a sniper rifle. As I rode the rails, a G-Wagon drove past. For fun, I shot out one of their tires. Hopefully they had a spare. A short while later, someone thought about boarding my train. After a few shots from my Frenzy shotgun and my Striker AR, they left the game. Finally, the train chest reset and I immediately hacked it again just as my bounty was poached. Since I was already at a train station, I grabbed another bounty just for the intel. The train chest was about to pop, so I got back on. This time I was able to upgrade my SMG and my shotgun, but still no sniper rifle. I was fully prepared to ride the train into the storm to get my ideal loadout, but then I saw someone fighting the storm forecast crew. My bloodlust got the best of me, and I rushed in for the third-party opportunity. I snuck into position, took aim, and with extreme precision, eliminated the crown bearer. Of course, when I'm not allowed to pick up any loot, this player would have a gold sniper and a mythic shotgun. I begrudgingly grabbed the ammo, claimed the crown, and headed back to the safe zone. With only 2 medkits, no shield, and no sniper rifle, I decided to hit the train chest again. The only problem with that plan was that the train was now in the storm. I would need to travel halfway across the map to catch it again. I grabbed a G-Wagon and followed my ping. When I was 300 meters away from the rendezvous point, I decided to swap to a car to hopefully get me there a little quicker. But it wasn't quick enough. The storm was already closing, and I would need to catch the train further down the track. As I was rotating, I saw someone trying to cross the river. After a brief encounter, there was now one less player to worry about in the lobby. I paid the price though, and after a bit of storm damage, my health and shield were dangerously low. Out of an abundance of caution, I took refuge in the passenger seat of my car. I couldn't risk another fight until I was able to heal up. Luckily, it wasn't long until the train whistle alerted me that it was time to move again. I boarded the train in the storm, but I knew I should get another medkit and shield as soon as I could hack the train chest, which I did as soon as I boarded the train. There were only 5 other players remaining, and it was late game. When the chest finally popped, I knew it would be my last resources I would get, and unfortunately, there was no sniper rifle. Again, I replenished my shield, but with only 2 medkits, I thought it would be best to conserve them for now, in case I needed to take any storm damage during a late rotation. It was a top 5 situation, and I couldn't help but think about all the times I had failed over the past several hours of attempting this challenge. I needed to play smart from here out if I wanted to win. I waited in a safe place to see where the next zone was going. When the circle closed, it was time to make my move. I grabbed a vehicle and headed for the next zone. From the comfort of my SUV, I watched 2 players battling for 3rd place. The player on the low ground took a few shots, but ultimately, as is often the case, the player with the high ground won the fight. There were 3 players remaining, and I caught a glimpse of both of them. It was pretty entertaining to watch another low ground player attempt to sneak up the hill. As the first player finally made it near the top of the hill, the other player was on their way down on the other side. These 2 players had no idea how close they were to another fight. I had seen enough and the next zone was revealed, so I drove to a strategic point right in the middle of the street. Sometimes it's better to hide in plain sight. It's also pretty effective to hide while invisible as well. As the last player glided into Ritzy, the fight was on, and I knew this was my chance. I made my move to the top of the hill as the 3rd player was eliminated. Now it was my chance to win. I slowly crept to the edge of the hillside and saw the last player. I sent a blind EMP over the hill, but it fell short. Scared for their life, the player jumped into a car, which I sprayed mercilessly. After the car was nearly destroyed, they had the audacity to steal my ride. I showed my displeasure by shooting several SMG shots through the windows, but they kept on driving. I lobbed another blind grenade, which missed its mark. I had one last chance to disable the vehicle. This time, my aim was true. I flushed my victim from the car and blasted them back to the lobby.
Let's go, baby! Let's freaking go!
I had finally done it. A victory royale using only train loot. Subscribe.